What's up, guys, and welcome back to Odin Driven. Long time no see. Or, well, you guys probably see me because my videos, they live forever, but I haven't been very active recently, and we're going to get into why. But anyways, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, take a second to do so, man. And if you'd like this video at any point, whether it be right now, 5 seconds ago, 2 minutes from now, hit a like, drop a comment, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you want to see. We're back. So anyways, you guys might have noticed I got my little sun hat on today. Some sunglasses. It's what's today? Tuesday? You know what, man? It's like when you become an adult, you just don't know what day it is anymore. Or at least when you work the schedule that I work. Just lock the door right now. All these protests going on. But anyways, so today's a beach day. We're going to the bay, or we're going to the large body of water. Okay, we're gonna have a little barbecue. Me and my boy Zachary. It's our day off, just to kind of get away from the stress of life, and ultimately to enjoy some burgers and some guy time. So we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna take the sun hat off because I can't drive with it on. It's kind of just messing me up. And we're gonna chat a little bit, and then we're gonna have a little fun today. All right, guys, stay tuned. Oh, I always wanted to do this. So as you guys can see, I got a fresh cut. Kind of like, when I say fresh cut, it means like I did it myself, and I saved like 25 or 30 bucks because the barbershops weren't open yet. And like, I mean, I'm cool with it, but like if you can see, like, it's really bad on the camera. It's not that bad in real life. Maybe not. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's why I wear a hat, though, man. You know, you can always cover up a bad haircut with a hat. Maybe you got some issues with your hair. You can always just cover it up with a hat, you know, hat or scarf or any of that stuff. But anyways, so let's talk about life, man. A lot has changed over the course of 2020. Like, damn. You know, it's like 2020 has just been that year where it's like, I don't think anyone could catch a break right now, except for Jeff Bezos. You know, this dude's fucking, excuse my language, this guy's effing, you know, making billions of dollars off of, you know, a business that he built, you know, rightfully so, good for him. Other than that, man, we're all kind of getting hit by like back to back Mike Tyson punches, and we can't fall down. Like it's like we're being held up, just getting beat down like some mafia shit and stuff. So anyways, man, the most recent thing is kind of the blowback of just, I mean, countless cases of police brutality and racial issues in the black community. And I'm formulating words because I don't want anyone to take anything out of context, and I'm not trying to like show my cards on where I stand on things. You know, things that like aren't already apparent. You know, it's like, dude, it's an absolute atrocity what happened. You know, George Floyd. There's no reason that he should have died. Like, you can sit there and say he had a criminal history or he was on drugs or really anything, but like, we live in America, and America has this fairly cool idea that you are innocent until proven guilty, and you are to be tried by a jury of your peers. You know, it's not like some other countries where like they go over something and they're like, this guy did this, and then they kill you. You know, like we have evolved away from that. You know, when the country was established, they didn't believe in just judge, jury, and executioner standing right there above you. And unfortunately, we've had circumstances and situations where you have these monsters, we'll say, taking things into their own hands, or just being careless, or however you want to look at it. I mean, we have a loss of life on our hands in many arenas and different circumstances and different scenarios. And rightfully so, people are angry and they're frustrated. I'm frustrated. And so things have kind of popped off over the last several weeks. So anyways, for those of you who aren't familiar with San Diego, like when you start going east a little bit, you're still in San Diego County, but there's a city called La Mesa. I live in La Mesa. And there was, right at the same time as George Floyd, there was a situation where a police officer got physical with an African American man, young man actually, and like it's like there's like in my line of work there's de-escalation. Like that's like the main thing we learn. We can't grab people, we can't touch them, so we have to be solid on de-escalation tactics. Like we have to. Like we really we have to, or else like we're fucked. You know? Who's this guy? Look at this guy. I'm gonna come back on this one, guys. We're gonna have some fun. Alright, we're gonna a little box in. I like the pull on this guy, the run. Because a lot of guys don't challenge like that. I'm not really one to challenge unless I get challenged. But now we're kind of just boxed in. Traffic stuff, man. So anyways, as we kind of decide, maybe it's a change of scenery, I can still talk. I can multitask. Very brilliant person when it comes to that. But anyways, so there was the situation that arose out of that. Police brutality in La Mesa at the same time as George Floyd. And there was a protest. There was a protest that occurred at the La Mesa police station, which is only a mile away from my house. And they started burning things down. Afterwards, there's the peaceful protest, and then of course after that is a bunch of anarchy from, I don't know, you could say George Soros paid goons or rioters, Antifa, whoever you want. Someone started going haywire. Someone did. And they started burning stuff down, and then it kind of just turned into this chaotic pandemonium that was like not safe for me and my wife. Alright, that guy's getting off the freeway. So, being that we're a mile away, they're starting fires. I'm concerned about multiple things. I'm concerned about my wife. I'm concerned about, I guess, myself too, of course. Our cat, I'm a cat person. I'm actually a cat and a dog person, but we have a cat, and I'm worried about the cat. And obviously I'm worried about my car. I know material things can be replaced, but if you can avoid the loss of something that's material, you would make sure that you didn't lose it, So anyways, man, throughout the day, it was just things were just kind of building up, it was peaceful protests, take over the freeway, in front of the police station. Oh, they're popping tear gas, throwing rocks, graffiti, it's kind of this back and forth. And then when the nighttime came, it's helicopters and riots and looting and a bunch of stuff. And again, don't take anything out of context. I'm just trying to give you a scenario and what happened. I'm not trying to say oh, that's bad and they shouldn't have done. Save that stuff for someone else. I'm not trying to hear that. But anyways, man, so it's I looked at my wife and I was I kind of just, I don't want to leave, but I also don't want to stay in harm's way, and I don't want you to be in harm's way, my wife being you. And of course, there's me. I'm still trying to tough it out. I'm no, let's see what's going down. And not obviously, but I'm a Second Amendment, supporter. Go 2A, and some of you may not agree with that, although I don't think anyone really cares. I'm not a gun-toting vigilante or something. But anyways, I had that at the ready, and just in case things popped off and it went nuts and people started try to come into the house, probably not gonna happen, but it could. But anyways, yeah, man, so I was trying to be tough, and I was nah, we're good, it's not even close yet. And my wife obviously being the balancing force, that's, women are great at that. when there's times of like uncertainty like that, and like us men want to be tough, we gotta do, no, we good, baby. Women kind of hold you down in that manner. And my wife certainly does a good job. And in that situation, she's like, you know what? I think it's just best that we just, like you said, let's get out of here. Like, we don't want to wait until the last second and then it's too late. Very logical thinking. I appreciate that because I love logical thinking. I'm not emotional, reaction type of guy. But yeah. So I was like, all right. Well, I mean, let's see. Now you know what? You're right. You're right. So we cut out, man. We packed up the cat. We packed up a couple things that like we needed, like laptops or phone chargers, just things that like, it's cool to have. Like I paid like close to $3,000 for my laptop. So why not? And then a couple like things that are important to us, like obviously our like wedding pictures and like different things like that. So, we packed up some stuff, a little survival pack, and we cut out, man. And we headed up to Marietta, which is like 60 miles north of San Diego, downtown San Diego. And we camped out with their parents for a night at their house. So, come on, guy, what's going on here? Jeez, man. He's from Ohio, so he doesn't know. Anyways, so we cut out, man. Like, it was a scary situation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and like, I sit there and like I think about how, like, I've seen like the riots and the looting, and like it's always been in like a fairly far away place. Like even in like LA is far away from us, man. It's like 3-4 hours. You see it in like Atlanta, or you see it in like just somewhere else that's not home, and then you see it at home, and it's like it really hits you, man. Like your neighborhood's being destroyed, and like although we don't live in that particular, like we don't live in downtown La Mesa, we're a mile away in like the housing area, and like things are like going nuts. So like I was hurt, man. Like I was hurt. Like I've been in this area for about a year. Like I've known people that live in La Mesa. Like it's not like again, it's like 5 to 10 minutes outside of downtown San Diego where La Mesa's at. So like we frequent the area even like before, like in high school and all that. Like La Mesa's like a place that like of. There's malls and stuff, and there's all the things that you would like come to like. It's not like some boo what is the word, boondock or pudonk. It's not like a little small town in like the middle of Texas you never heard of. People who live in San Diego know La Mesa. But anyways, I digress. So things kind of like just really got out of control with that, and we had to get out of there. And think what you want, but like my job is to protect my family and provide. Like so, I have no problem doing those jobs. And if you want to, give me a hard time for it, you need to check your priorities. Come on, Ohio. Man, this guy's killing me. Jeez. But yeah, man, like things were kind of nuts, and we ran. Well, not ran. We got away, or we ran. I don't care. And ultimately, man, like it was really scary. Like it was really scary, and like I was hurt that like my community was getting like torched to the ground, and things were just going off like that. And like again, like I'm not gonna side with anybody. Like you have the right to protest and go nuts like that. And I think that the police, although they have some things to fix, like there's good police, so I'll just leave it at that, man. But it hurts seeing my neighborhood getting like torched like that and bad things happening. And like I'm probably wrong, but I can't see someone torching their own neighborhood. These are outsiders, man. These are outsiders. You're not gonna just burn down your own neighborhood. Like would you burn down your own house out of anger? I guess you could, or you would, or I don't know. But God, that was frustrating, man. So anyways, so that was my experience with all this craziness, and it's kind of just been like this culmination of like crazy things happening. And I want to see things change. Obviously, like I'm not for police brutality. Like that stuff is nuts, dude. Like if I can de-escalate situations, and I ain't got no gun, or I ain't got a flashlight, man. I'm not even top flight security. I got my words. if I can de-escalate situations, the police can too. And there's some that like they get put into where like yes, lethal force is necessary, or like you have to use some sort of force, but like you better exhaust all of your resources before you get to that point. Otherwise, we got these situations like this, and then it disgraces the whole police like force and tarnishes the badge. And like I'll be honest, man, like at one point I wanted to be a police officer, like, and I still consider it, but it's like, do these knuckleheads put you in such a terrible position that like you you're a target now more so than you usually are as a police officer. And like again, I got a family and stuff, but it's still something on the table. I'm not gonna really get into that. But anyways, man, so dealing with that, dealing with the coronavirus, and then like thank the heavens I got to go back to work. I told you guys I was getting paid through those 2 months of being at home for the coronavirus. God bless my country, or my company, and my country too. But like, there's only so much stuff you could watch on Netflix, and like, I'm already a big dude, or was a big dude, but like, best believe I gained some weight because like I was just bullshitting at home, and like, yeah, man. So it's good to be back. It's good to have a routine, and it's good to kind of like just oh, let's park right here. It's good to be back and have a purpose, man. You know, it was fun. Like, best believe it was fun. I'm not used to taking too many excuse me, man, my big neck. I'm not used to taking so many vacations. That's not my thing. Like, I'm not. Yeah, we're good, baby. We good. I'm not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get my parking right. I'm not a person that takes too many vacations. I like working. I think work kind of keeps me centered and keeps me. Damn. I think it keeps me real. It keeps me out of trouble, and it just kind of gives me that balance. And it was still good to just have 2 months off where nothing was like a problem. There were no worries. It was just like, all right, well, we're just gonna ride this out. So yeah, man, there's just a lot been going down, but I don't know, man. Again, I don't want to, show my cards on a lot of these things, but it's like I pray for all of us, man. I pray that this coronavirus thing, that we all make it through it, that we can all like find a resolution, that the politicians can step up and do their job, that the police could find a way to fix what wrongs they've done, and ultimately that we can just go back to life and be a better world after all this nonsense. So, and I don't say nonsense like, oh, the riots and the protesters. Don't take my words out of context. It's nonsense in the sense that it's just chaos. It's an interchangeable thing for me. I'm sorry. So anyways, man, that's all I got for you guys today. This is like a 15 to 20 minute video from what I'm seeing. So thank you for those of you who hung on. You have a couple things coming. I'm sorry. So I crossed 20,000 miles like almost a month ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago. 20,000 miles on my car. Now I'm at 20,823, or something like that. And obviously I've been doing a lot of driving. It's just, I guess that's life. So I got a video on that, kind of to check in on 20,000 miles, how the car is going, how things are. We got a couple good things coming. We've met some people that, they got the Mopars and they got cars that they like, and so we're gonna meet up and do fun things. And yeah, man, we're gonna get back into the swing of things, man. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna be a channel to give you a break away from the world, man. And like, do your thing, man. Do your Black Lives Matter and your Blue Lives Matter. Do your thing, man. Whatever you're doing, do it 100%. Don't do white supremacy and like terrorist stuff, but do your thing, man. But we're gonna bring you a channel that's gonna have a lot of fun, a little break from the stress and the chaos of day-to-day life. And that's what this channel's been about since the beginning, was just a place where you can go and get away from all the craziness and nonsense. But I wanted to check in, of course, because you guys need to know that I'm a real person. I'm affected by our current events in today's world. And now you know that, yeah, man, it got pretty nuts. So, anyways, and you might be thinking, my wife isn't here. Yeah, babe, where are you? Oh, she's at work, making that moolah, that guap. So, it's my day off. We're gonna have a good beach day, and maybe I'll put in like little like burgers and stuff like that, but I'll probably forget because I'm really hungry right now. So anyways, thank you guys for staying on the channel for this long. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Then go down, hit that like button. I'm telling you, man, this stuff takes a second. Like, I've gotten into the groove of actually doing it for YouTube videos when I watch it, because it helps the algorithm figure out who likes videos and like to popularize a video, and it helps the person that actually made it. So I've made the conscious effort to make sure that I'm liking, and if I actually like the person, I'll subscribe. If I don't like their video or like their style, I won't subscribe. And that's fine. If you don't like my style, don't subscribe. But if the video's cool, just like it, man. Just hit the like. Unless you hate the video, just hit the like. Just hit the like button, man. Like, if you sit here and you're like, I hate this, then that's fine, man. Hit the dislike or just bail out. I don't know how you even made it this far. But if you have a like, oh, it was cool, then just hit the like. You don't have to like sit here like, wow, what a video, I'm gonna like this. Just hit the like. Hit the like, and then leave a comment and let me know what you liked or disliked. That's always helpful. So anyways, guys, I appreciate the support. I apologize for being gone so long, but you know what, we're gonna just piggyback off all this. We're gonna rocket ship into the world. And for those of you who continued to watch my videos even though I was not around, thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, I was checking in. I was still checking in. I was still checking my YouTube app thing that was like telling me like all the videos and like the watch and all that stuff. And like there were views coming in. So I appreciate it, man. If you're a new person, I appreciate you coming to the channel. If you go back, if you're a person that goes back and re-watches a video, or you know you missed one and you go watch it, you're the real MVP. You're a real one, man. But again, I digress. I've gone too far, and I'm holding myself up, and I'm holding Zach up. He's probably gonna get mad. I thought he was gonna come out and at least like acknowledge the car's loud enough where he should know I'm here, but that's fine. So anyways, guys, I'm signing out. I thank you very much. Let me get my sun hat because it's sunny outside, and my big head. Dang. All right, guys, take it light, be cool, and love one another. Peace.